I saw it this morning. It's scary how much you sound like them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing is that I've never actually tried to do like an impression of Paul Winchell, who, as we know, is Tigger primarily, and you know, I've been telling the folks down the line over there that he's like the equivalent of human bagpipes. You know, he's always trying to push air through his body. You know, and he's got that big wagging tongue. So, and the other guys kind of just sound like, you know, guys that you don't want to talk to at a gas station, you know? Like, here's the keys to the men's room. Yeah, very, very odd voices.
One question I wondered is, there's a point where somebody falls in the bubbles. Well, you one of
Yes.
Paul Winchell one falls through the bubbles, and you let out a.
Yes.
Is that going to be a Disney thing, or is that
Well, it's kind of like, you know, we were checking out the reference. Did these characters laugh? And sure enough, that's kind of the same laugh that he does. You know, it kind of put it in there. You know, I think Jim Cummings is going to slash my tires when this is done. He's the king of Paul Winchell voice mimics.
Some a lot of big names right there. Who do you look up to, and who do you admire as far as voice acting?
I mean, the cast list for this originally was like Alan Melvin, Paul Winchell, Daz Butler, Don Messick. You know, these are like, that's the Mount Rushmore of voiceover. It's just missing June Foray and Mel Blanc. I recently started doing Bugs Bunny's voice for Looney Tunes cartoons. And it's pretty much, I think, I've been involved in 2 different versions. I've been involved in a version where the Looney Tunes were roommates and lived in a cul-de-sac together, and then a Looney Tunes show, and then a version where Wabbit/New Looney Tunes is what they ended up calling it, where it was kind of like leaning towards like halfway between sketch comedy and the traditional. Looney Tunes cartoons next year is just going to be all out. Bob Clampett, 19, like Bugs has yellow gloves for crying out loud.
But yeah, Doc, I see Mel Blanc is up there for me. So, I would do Daffy, but then I'd spit all over your equipment, and I don't think you'd appreciate that.
Yeah. And I discovered that Daffy is almost like Richard Dreyfuss with a lisp, you know.
Like, listen, I'm not going to be a hot meal for some shark, okay? Listen, Rabbit, it's rabbit fever.
Yeah.
So the prep for this movie, was that just binge watching Banana Splits?
For the most part, yeah, because it's been a while since I'd been able to see it anywhere, but Warner Brothers, of course, had all the reference handy. So I was able to just buckle down, try to peel apart like these like voices. And of course, while we had it in session, you know, if I was kind of like lost, because between Bingo and Drooper, they're kind of almost like the same. Like, you know, there's something about, you know, Daz Butler was Elroy. And every time Elroy had to talk to a classmate, it was Don Messick, you know. And there was something about Don Messick's voice that I'm able to kind of get into, because I've voiced Dr. Quest often for Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera. Like, oh, Johnny, we gotta find Taji and Race, you know. We gotta find the bad guys, you know. It's you, Sin. You know, it's like, it's the whitest voice in my repertoire. Yeah.
So did you do Snorky as well?
Sorry?
Snorky as well?
Actually, Snorky, I lucked out. He doesn't actually talk so much. At all, actually. So if you're going to arrest the Banana Splits, Snorky has the dirt on everybody. You know? I'd say. Yeah.
So what were your thoughts when you heard the premise for these characters? I mean, I know you're a hired guy. Your job is to do the voices and pay homage to the voices, you know, from the past. But as a guy,
Okay, yeah.
what were your thoughts when you initially heard the
It was
premise?
like, hell's yes. You're going to take children's characters and make them into a horror movie? I was all on board because, you know, Warner Brothers, they have a tremendous library of amazing characters, and we've seen them reinvent these characters a number of times. And I think that they did try to do a kid's version of Banana Splits again. They definitely tried to do like an internet show. I believe this was just the last step. It was just turning them into murderers. I can't believe I get to say that. But there's something odd about costume characters, you know, like
They were sort of sinister to begin with.
they're constantly smiling. Some of them you can't see their eyes. There's no soul in some of their eyes, and I feel like this would have been the next step. You know, a lot of people online were drawing conclusions or comparisons to like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I kind of missed that era. It was a video game, right, or a popular video game where it was essentially kids trapped in like a Chuck E. Cheese gone bad. So this is all. I mean, it's definitely way different than that, but I could see why kids would look at this and go, "Oh, there's like a costume character holding an axe." Like that's why I kind of like this. You know, there's an absurdity to that.
Is it more like being trapped at Disneyland?
Disneyland, yes, exactly. Like if there's anyone to do it, it'd be Warner Brothers. To kind of like take a dig at Disney.
Assuming this works, what kids thing do you want to see next run to this sort of level?
Oh my gosh, like to turn a franchise into a horror movie? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe to do the opposite. Maybe make a kid show with Leatherface, Freddy, and Jason. I don't know. Maybe turn them into the good guys. You know, wouldn't you like to see Robert Englund babysitting your kids? You know, in full Freddy costume? No, that would be awful. That would be awful.
So what was it like for you to do this project compared to your other voice actor and stuff?
It was just a call, just like everything else. Just come on in and just swing for the fences. But it was a horror movie. I've never been able to be part of a rated R. I've done, the last thing that I did was Batman versus Ninja Turtles, and that was like PG-13, I think. People's heads get cut off in that cartoon, and we're talking about Ninja Turtles and Batman. So I was like, I thought I was pushing it there, but then I saw the footage on this, and I was like, oh. There's going to be some really angry and also some really happy people out there. So it was a little bit different than voicing Fozzie on Muppet Babies. That's for sure.
It's pretty twisted.
Are you guys having a good con? What are you guys here to see? What's like the one thing that you guys want to see?
Banana splits.
Banana splits, but well, you've come to the right place.
You can help us out with some tickets for later?
You guys got tickets or no?
I don't.
Really? I may know somebody. How many would you need? Just a double?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what I can do. I may have to get one ticket and you guys tag team the movie. Yeah.
What do you want? I was just going to ask you, what do you want to next?
I mean, this is the first Comic-Con where I only have one thing, and they're like, you can stay till Sunday or you can go home, like tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm staying till Sunday. You will find me face down in a ditch somewhere later after the movie.
So what are you excited to see?
Man, oh man, Gary. I'm excited to see Gary. He's one of my favorites. And,
My favorites.
yeah, he's a good man.
You are wrapping here.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks.
See what I can do.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for your time.
Disneyland. Now I see. You see?